We're here at Rocket Arena with Coach Denis Hodge as he gets ready for COVID basketball. Coach Hodge, I know it's been a roller coaster for you, just like it has other coaches and other people in all sectors of America. But you're getting ready for basketball season. You'll start, your first game will be on January 5th, the day you come back to school. We hope. we hope that's the day we go back to school. But you've had these guys in and out. You've had practice, and then you got shut down, and now you're back practicing. I know that's difficult. Let's talk about this basketball team and what we can expect from Crittenden County this season. It's going to be a tough district with Lyon County in it. And we know that the last five of the last 7 years you've gone to the regional tournament, so you've had some success, and a lot of these guys that have helped build that success are seniors now. So you're looking forward to this senior season with these guys.
Yeah, I think, Chris, my sentiment's kind of like everyone else's. We just want to, we're excited that we feel like the kids are going to be able to play basketball. It's been an emotional roller coaster for kids, and we're seeing a lot of the side effects, not to really get into that, but some of our younger kids, it's been tough. It's been a tough transition for them, being out of school, in school, and getting some normality in their life is a really good thing. So we're certainly excited about practice. Practices have been going well, and we're excited about getting ready to throw it up and getting ready to play some games.
Well, when you talk about this basketball team, you have to begin with Gabe, Mott, and Preston Turley already in the 1,000 point club here at Crittenden County, and those are the guys that you're going to lean on.
Yeah, Gabe Mott's had a great off season. He has improved his game. He's gotten stronger. He has several college offers already on the table. And just what a great kid to coach. He's a pleasure to coach. I said a few years ago, I'm going to put him in the game when he's a freshman, and I'll take him out when he graduates. And that's kind of the way it's happened. Hopefully I can take him out a little more this year. With the freshman Travis Champion being our backup point guard, he's coming along really well. He's grown. He's about 6'1" now. So, Gabe's Gabe's a pleasure to have in whatever you're doing. It doesn't matter what business or organization. He just happens to be the point guard for Crittenden County, and he's a pleasure to coach.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, then you have the linebackers, Tyler Boone and Braxton Winders, workhorses around the basket.
Well, I didn't talk about Preston Turley there. Preston Turley is, in my opinion, the best big man in the region. I would challenge any team to go ahead and to play him one-on-one, and they won't do it. Because he is going to score on you every time, or he's going to put you in foul trouble. Now, I think when he was a freshman or sophomore, there were some people that could handle him one-on-one, but one-on-one in the post is just not an option for Preston. He's our second primary ball handler. He takes care of the ball for us. I mean, he just does so much for this team. And I told him the other day, when Preston has two hands on the ball and a pivot foot, he just doesn't turn it over. The only thing that gets Preston in trouble is making a one-hand pass or getting caught in the air, because everybody in the region's running to jump underneath him and try to fall down so they can get a foul on him.
All right, now let's jump back around to Tyler Boone and Braxton Winders, a couple more seniors, and like we said, the linebackers on the football team. So you'll transition them into basketball mode right now.
Well, that's a transition we make every year, but you can add two more linebackers to that. Actually, if we want to talk linebackers, you can add Maddox Carlson and Ben Dobbins from the linebacking core as well. If you just want to go ahead and talk about all of them. Okay. Tyler is a kid that, this is the first year that, in my memory, that he has come into basketball season healthy from football. And I think it's a tribute to his off-season work ethic. I told you earlier, some of the kids haven't done well with taking care of their bodies in the in the COVID era. They just, they've been on virtual, and they just haven't done a good job of taking care of their bodies. They're a little overweight, and they haven't stayed as strong as they should. But Tyler Boone is not one of those. Tyler Boone has taken advantage of it. He's taken advantage of the extra time. He's gotten bigger. He's gotten faster. He's gotten stronger. And he has really developed his body. And I think, the fact that he has developed his body allowed him to stay healthy, give him a better chance to stay healthy this year. So we're excited about Tyler and his basketball season, because it's maybe the first time that hopefully he gets to play a whole season.
Mm-hmm. And what does he bring to this team?
The number one thing, ironically, that you asked that question, number one, everybody sees all the physical intangibles, but Tyler is our best communicator. He is our number one best communicator, and if any college coach picks somebody they want to coach, he is so coachable. He never. We love all of our kids, and we spend time with them, and we treat them really good, but when you coach them, some of them will drop their head and pout. One of them's even got a nickname, Little Pouty, and you can guess who that is. But Tyler Boone, I've never seen him, any coach coaching him, I've never seen him drop his head. He understands the fact that people are coaching him just to make him better, and that they love him, and it's okay to get coached. And that's sometimes that's a hard person to find, but he is just by far our best communicator. He keeps everybody else informed online on the same page. That's his probably number one. If I had to pick number one, that's his best asset.
And Braxton Winder's another just physical guy around the basket for you. Yeah,
Braxton's undersized. He can play 1 through 5, and he can do every one of them. He can do okay, and that's that's a guy that's just extremely valuable. He embellishes the role of being a sixth man, which not everybody can do that. He doesn't let his ego get in the way. He is our energy guy. And you always like to be able to go to the bench, and the guy that comes in is going to bring you something, and it really needs to be energy. It needs to be in that toolbox, and he always brings energy to the table. He brings a lot of fight. He boxes out. He runs the floor. He can handle the ball when he needs to. So he's a guy that just does a lot of different things for us.
And you mentioned Dobbins and Carlson.
Yeah, Ben Dobbins, I don't think anybody to argue, he is the best shooter that's been around here in a long time. I'm excited for him. I think he gained a lot of confidence during football season. He's been knocking down shots in practice. The only thing left for Ben to do is go out and do it in the game, and I know he can. There's absolutely no question in my mind. And I think the fact that he, the success that he had in football, hopefully will give him the confidence to know that he can go out and do the same thing in a game that he has done in practice.
And Maddox Carlson, another 3-sport guy too.
Yeah, Maddox, so hard to do, play 3 sports. I'm so proud of him. He's a linebacker on the football team. He is, a fabulous baseball hitter and pitcher. And, and for us, he is a 5. He's a straight up old school Wisconsin born and bred, an old school post guy. He's got all the moves. He can step down and knock down the 3. And he is a great defender. He runs fast. His 40 times down around the 4.9 mark. So the fact that he can run the floor and defend, he's a tough guy that'll box out. With Turley sometimes struggling with a little bit of foul trouble, Maddox Carlson is a huge key in our cog.
And then I think probably just kind of looking down your list, the guy I call Little Preston, Preston Morgeson is probably your next guy we need to mention here, and he's going to mean a lot to this team. Yeah,
Morgeson brings a lot of fight and a lot of moxie. But the one thing that Morgeson does for us, he shoots the ball pretty good from 3-point land. He runs. He is the best ball defender. I'm not sure, but he's in the top 3 in the region on ball defenders. He draws the toughest defensive guard assignment every time. He embellishes that role. When he doesn't get caught up in the game emotionally, and he stays just focused on doing his job, he is the best defender we have, and he creates a lot of problems for other teams in their offense.
And sometimes that causes some problems for him. He tends to get into a little foul trouble because he is guarding the best player on another team, and maybe a little of that emotion goes into that.
Yeah,
too.
and I don't think because he has the physical intangibles to guard everybody on our schedule. Now, everybody wants to talk about Travis Perry. Yeah, Travis Perry is going to score his, but Travis Perry may have to shoot 20 times to get his 25. So, and I know in the district tournament we had a couple of fouls called there that potentially could have gone either way. But when he's right and he doesn't get emotionally involved, he can play with emotion, but you can't play with anger. You can't play with get caught up in your own battle and let it be bigger than the team battle. And when he stays focused on the team battle, I really believe he's the best ball defender that we have, I know, and one of the top 3 in the region.
And then you look at some of your depth here. You've got several juniors on this basketball team. Trace Darrington, Hayden Adamson, Tristan Davidson are guys that are going to be able to come off the bench and really give you some minutes.
Yeah, there's 2 guys in particular that you said there. Number 1 is Hayden Adamson. Hayden Adamson's had a great offseason. He is battling for a starting spot. And Hayden Adamson does everything pretty good. He can handle the ball a little bit. He can shoot it real good. He can drive it. He can defend. He's scrappy. He'll box his hind end out. We've just been really impressed with Hayden and the development he's made in the off season and the confidence that he's gained. And then the other guy that confidence carries over, Chris. It doesn't matter if you gain it somewhere else. A lot of times it'll carry over to other parts of your life if you've had success. And Trace Darrington is that guy. Trace Darrington walked out here from his football season, and by golly, he is lighting it up. He's playing his hind end off. He's tough defender on the ball. Offensively, he's shooting the ball well. So don't be surprised to see Trace Darrington in that varsity lineup, in that varsity rotation quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. And then you get Tristan Davidson and Tanner Beverly.
Yeah, those Tristan and Tanner are both guys that are going to play a bunch of JV minutes. Tanner Beverly shoots the ball extremely well, and Tristan just jumps out of the gym. And those are 2 guys, along with Seth Guess.
That's rounding out your other sophomore.
Yeah, that are going to get a ton of JV time. And that's one positive thing on COVID. We're going to get to play more JV games, and those guys will be, if not starters, they will be huge contributors to next year's varsity team.
Explain why there's going to be more JV because of COVID.
Yeah, we made the decision, Chris. With not being able to get as many people in the gym right now, we are there's no tickets available right now except for family. We're hoping to go, soon up to 15%. And with girls and boys playing together, we would have a couple options. We'd have to clear the gym, or we would have to limit our parents to 2 tickets. And we have, we as coaches, AD with Sean and with Vince, working with Vince, we have all made it top priority to try to take care of our parents and grandparents that want to come see their kids play. So by splitting our boys and girls games, we're able to get more people in to watch that, and hopefully,
So we're not going to see boy-girl doubleheaders at all this season, is that?
Well, I don't want to speak on the season yet. Mm-hmm. I could tell you in January you're not going to see any. Mm-hmm. There's still a couple that we haven't split. Like in the past we would play varsity in the new gym, JV in the old gym. Mm-hmm. Right now, if we have those 2 going on, there's going to be girl-boy in one gym, girl in one gym, boy in the other gym, to keep those crowds apart. Now, who knows what's going to happen in February, Chris? Sometime around January 21st maybe, or January 30th, we may see this COVID thing start to die down a little bit, and the vaccines start working, and you never know what February might bring. But I'm the ultimate optimist, so you probably shouldn't listen to me on that.
We've been hoping that since April, haven't we?
It's coming, man. Just hang in there. And that's on a serious note. That's one of the things that I could take criticism, but I'm going to stay positive.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get negative with our kids. I think they need a strong leadership right now and telling them it's going to be okay, because it is going to be okay. We are going to beat it. It's just a matter of time, and the time's getting short. So we just got to be diligent in following our protocol, because our administration has put together a great plan for us here at Crittenden County High School, and we've done a good job of following it. So,
well, I know this team is built to win a district championship in most seasons. This season may be a little bit different for a lot of reasons, but Lyon County probably has one of the best teams it's ever had, and so the district is going to be a difficult road.
Yeah, and you can't count out Trigg County, who's going to be very chaotic and very talented. You can't count out Livingston County, who continues to get better. Max Downey is a feature player for anybody. Max, it's my understanding, he's had a really good summer as well and just continues to get better. So I don't think we certainly wouldn't count out anybody. We wouldn't overlook anybody. We're just going to go out kind of like Bull Durham. We're going to go out and play them one at a time and do what we can to help the team. As you know, our guys tend to finish pretty strong, down the stretch, and that's something that we kind of pride ourselves on, and we will pride ourselves on trying to finish strong down the stretch again.
Other than that, that's a great motto for your team. Other than that, what's this team? What's its heart and soul going to be about this year?
Yeah, that's a really, really good question. As I was talking to him today, if you watch veteran teams play, anybody that watches basketball, you watch Wisconsin dismantle Louisville yesterday, you watch Richmond take it to UK early, and you see these veteran teams. The common denominators of these veteran teams, there's a couple things that they don't do. They don't turn the ball over, and they don't foul on defense. And if we can not turn the ball over and we can play without fouling and win the foul situation with this team is tough. I mean, yeah, you might find a tougher team out there, but I don't think anybody's going to challenge us to meet out back after the game and mix it up. If they are, we're sending Tyler Boone in first and probably change their mind.
You have to wear your mask for that.
Yeah, we'll put a mask on for that. So, but this team is just really tough. Now, you may outshoot us, you may outrun us, you may outcoach us, but I would venture to say that you're going to have a pretty hard time out-toughing us.
And there's times that
tough.
You can't outshoot us. We proved that against Lyon County last year. Of course, we've lost some guys that had key roles in that win here at Rocket Arena when you just shot the lights out and ran them off the floor.
Well, if you go back and look at that game, Chris, we ended up, I believe, like 6 for 13 or 8 for 13, something like that in that game. So we shot about 45% from the three-point line in that game when it was all said and done. So that game was not a fluke. Not to talk too much about game plan, but there was a few things that happened in that game that we controlled that allowed us to play from ahead and allowed them to have to really work for the points that they got. Saying that game we just come out and shot 11 for 15 from the three-point line. We didn't. We still shot under 50% on that night, I believe, when you look back at it. So there's a lot of things that we can control, and that's what I told him today. Turley speaks up in practice and goes, "Hey guys, listen, they're not doing anything. Take care of the ball." And he was right. I was coaching the defense at that time, and we really weren't. We were pressing them, and the mistakes that they made were mistakes that they chose to make. We did things. We tried to dribble into a trap. We tried to we got in the air. So we can really, if we can control what we can control by not turning the ball over, and not fouling on defense, then this team is going to be really good.
Well, we wish you a lot of luck in 2021. This will be the first varsity basketball season that's been just just dedicated 1 year. On your calendar, you typically would have 2021, but this team will start in 21. So
I have to be honest, Chris, though, but when you start talking about small schools, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if we started after Christmas every year.
You know, maybe they tell us that things are going to change in the future because of COVID and the way things are done, and there may be some opportunity to look at all the sports schedules.
Yeah, I think you put a lot of kids under stress and a lot of teams under stress when you start overlapping seasons. Now, and you force a lot of kids, and the KHSA's tried to improve it, but at the end of the day, when you start overlapping seasons like we do, you force kids into one sport is what you do, and I think that's something we need to take a long, hard look at. If that's what we want in the future, that's okay. Mm-hmm. But if we want kids to be able to participate in more than one sport, then we really need to think about that. But with all this consolidation of schools, Crittenden's one of the smallest schools in the region. You've got Lyon and Dawson Springs, and maybe in the district, but even in the region, I think Fort Campbell may be a little smaller potentially, but they may not be. They may be bigger.
And to close this out, you are not going to have the crowds, at least initially, when this season begins, but you do have the National Federation of High Schools, the Pixel-Lot camera like they finished the football season with. People can go online and watch there. I want to remind everybody they can, obviously follow in the Crittenden Press and online, and we're going to try to do some live break-ins like we did last year. I believe we can do that even with the contract with the National Federation there on their broadcast. But looking forward to getting this basketball season, Coach Hodge.
Oh, I can't wait. I said one of the things we're going to do is we probably won't go in the locker room at halftime, so everybody will get to see what goes on when we're up on the landing up there talking about halftime. They might be surprised at the calmness of our locker room.
Everyone who's here will get to see
Everyone that's here will get to see. Actually, the parents may be yelling out, "Get after him! What are you doing?" Yeah.
All right, Coach Hodge. We're looking forward to 2021 basketball.